So this is my Northern Lights paper, and I started to paint the bottom with some black paint. The black paint will cover up any little fingerprints that were left behind by your chalk. I know some of you had quite a bit of chalk on the bottom part. So we want that part to be nice and clean. And what we're creating is called silhouettes. And silhouettes are outlines of objects at nighttime or in somewhere that's dark. So it looks real dark. You can't really see all the details. So the next part we want to do, so I painted the whole bottom part black. So you'll do that on your own. The next part is going to go up here. We're going to do some trees, and we're going to be doing pine trees. So the best way to start with that is to just choose an area. I want you to at least do 3 or 4 trees. So to start with, I would decide where you want to place your trees. So I'm going to start with just a straight line. And I'm going to do a few of those. And I want my trees to be different height, like a different height, not all the same size. And this will create a little bit of depth in your artwork. So I've got 3 so far. I think I'm going to make a 4th one over here. Here we go. All right, so we're going to make some little pine trees. So we just started with 4 lines. Okay, so after we do that, I'm going to start at the top of one of my trees. So I'll start at this big one right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you. And then I'm going to start at the top, and then I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm holding it straight up and down with some black paint on it, and I'm just going to dab the brush side to side like that. And basically I'm making a triangle shape with little lines. Can you guys see how I'm just going back and forth? So I'm going dab, 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 side to side. And if you kind of think of what like a Christmas tree looks like, or a pine tree outside, that's what we're trying to create. So we're leaving little spaces in between the lines and making a little bit of texture by dabbing the brush gently up and down. So I'm not pressing down super hard. I'm not using a giant paintbrush. I'm not painting a giant triangle-sized blob. I actually want to see a little bit through the pine tree branches. So I'm going to be able to see through the branches a little bit to give that illusion that that's a tree. But it's just nighttime, so you can't really see it that well. So there's my first one. So you can see that guy right there. If you wanted to, you could do some trees that have branches. Let's see what that looks like that. I don't know, that kind of looks, I don't know if I like that or not. So, but that's an option. You could do some branches. I'm actually going to cover that one up because I like my little pine tree idea. But that's just me. So anything you do is going to be all black because, again, we're creating that silhouette effect. Okay, if it looks funny and your tree just looks like a big fluff, then you can add some little lines to the sides. You can make your tree a little bit taller so it gets a little bit more pointy at the top. All right, so let me do these last 2 real quick. Oh, if you start at the top, it's easier because you kind of start with that triangle shape, like that upside down letter V. And then you're just going back and forth and just dabbing the brush. So we'll do that one, kind of go all the way almost down to the bottom right there. Maybe I'll leave a little space at the bottom so I can tell that that's a tree. And then my last one is right over here. If you didn't get to this part, I'm going to start at the top again. I'm just going to do a little tree right here on the sides. That is it for today. This should take you most of the class. When you're done, put it on the drying rack, and there's our finished product. And then you should have some stars in the sky from last time.